It's day 2 of Brickworld Chicago, Thursday. I'm actually heading to the gym right now.
Oh, okay, yes. It's actually very good that every morning we try to do a workout to make sure our energy levels are up for the rest of the day.
And it wasn't very busy.
No, it was good.
And here is the Renaissance Schaumburg Convention Center.
Yeah, we got here shortly after it opened, and here are the vendors that we are trying to look for things from.
So Citizen Bricks, and I actually picked up this, which is Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World.
The first thing we saw around this turnstile. I think nothing else really caught our attention.
There was a lot of people here with these red cups.
I think they were going to release a bunch of bags with random parts.
People were filling their cups with accessories, heads, torsos. It was cool. And here's a shot with Lauren. This is Brick Tactical. And from Bricks and Minifigs, these are the lightsabers we saw yesterday.
Yep, and then we saw some cool stands designed by Bricks and Minifigs.
And here are other displays from Brick Tactical. So these are always cool.
Yeah.
Life Bricks and Cooper, Titanium J, and the 3rd annual foosball tournament.
I decided to play because when in Rome.
Yes, you didn't play last year or the year before, so this year you're going to give it a shot.
Yes, they actually had just 2 tables set up, and here was registration time. They, I think, had 64 slots open.
Yes, and I actually was able to slot it in myself because some people didn't show up. This is cool. So Brent and Sean got these actual brick heads from one of their Girth Gang members, and they also had 2 Tyler brick heads, one regular Tyler and one walkaway Tyler.
Oh, cool.
In his coral shirt. So, you know, they're called a couple of brickheads. These are actual brickheads.
Oh, cool. Yes.
So maybe next year, maybe the potential set could be brickheads. And you don't know.
Very nice.
So here is Brent just zooming in. They're so excited to get these gifts. And that's the 2 of them. Brent in his headband. This is Walkaway Tyler with his coral shirt.
Very nice.
So excited. And here is you.
First game. First up, actually.
You have your bunnies.
Yes, that was my team set there.
This is actually brick by brick together. And this is you again against Fritz. So I like your style here.
I just kept spinning, right? I wasn't even sure if I had like an intention to get the ball in.
But you spin it real nice. I don't think anyone has this technique of just spin, 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 spin.
All the piano lessons.
Yeah. But you actually won.
I did. I was, he was up by maybe 3-1, and then I kind of caught up, and then it was a tiebreaker at the very end, and I was even surprised I won.
There he's shaking hands. And here Sean, he's calling in for the next game, for the next table. So a lot of people.
Yeah.
Here is Brick by Brick Together. And then we have...
Yep, I met Brooke Builds.
Another Canadian.
Yes. And so she played the next round.
And this is Padawan playing. Here is Brick Lover Brad. Another Canadian.
So it did go on for quite some time just because, 64 people would mean 32 separate games and then down to the winner. Once you lose, you've eliminated.
Yes. This is Brick Quest. The one before we saw Clever Pig. Here's me.
Oh, yes.
And so this is me just slotting in, able to play. And I actually won this game.
If anything, the challenging part is actually getting your team in those slots.
Yeah, that probably took the longest.
Your little minifigures.
Yeah. And so I was using the bunnies as well. This is Pocket Master Builds, Tyler. And here is you. This is your second game.
My second game. And he was really good. So I don't think I stand a chance. I think he was leading 4-1.
Here's Padawan versus the guy who beat you. And Brick Quest. So lots of games. Here's me again. And I'm facing the current champion.
Yes, this was a pretty intense game. We didn't know how it was going down. Quite some time. We even had like one bit that was quite a long stretch of dueling.
That's why I sped it up. Just because it's a long game. And so I lost. It was close, but I lost.
We gave it a good shot.
And this is Padawan versus Clever Pig. So after the foosball tournament, we decided to go to Moretti's.
Yes, an annual visit for us because of their mac and cheese deep dish pizza.
And we were smart this time. We decided to go half and half.
On a large, though.
Half and half on a large.
Versus 2 larges.
So we had half mac and cheese and half of their...
Moretti's special.
Yes. And here we're back at the convention center.
And this is a cool trolley that they have in Schaumburg. It's
free.
Quite cute.
And this is our parts draft.
Yes, at the Epiphany room. I had an epiphany during this parts draft.
So the set was sea animals, and this was your first parts draft.
It was interesting. I think I really enjoyed the sorting part, which is this, and we got the smallest bags, which ultimately takes the longest because there's so many teeny tiny parts in it.
Yes, and you drew number 1.
And I didn't even know what to pick. So I'm like, do I get the nice sparkling, translucent pink strange parts?
Which we did. We got some. These are some of the few at the beginning that we got. So there's 16 people playing.
Yeah.
And here is the tropical shirt photo.
So colorful.
Yeah, a lot of people with their Hawaiian shirts
Yes.
this year. So this was fun. We didn't bring any tropical shirts. I keep forgetting about it. And do we even have tropical shirts at home?
I think you do.
You don't?
I don't.
No. But this was fun. And then here is Papa Trip.
Yes.
Here is Brick Hive. And Whittaky from the UK. So he was cool. Here is another long lineup.
Yes, this was for the viewing of the Ninjago.
Monstrosity. World premiere.
15 minutes long.
And Duck Bricks was actually hosting this world premiere. There he is now.
And there's the artist for the Lego Ninjago Monstrosity.
Yeah, the set designer of the new Ninjago sets. This was a QR code, and so we can scan it to see if we won.
But
we lost.
we did not.
And so if you won, it was like a make and take. Here is Journal of the Scots. And this is the opening ceremonies with Mark.
7 p.m. It was a full house.
This is a couple of Brickheads. This is their live stream. So Thursday night live stream. This is Iceberg Bricks.
Mel, look at the size of this he's building.
It's the Oscorp building, and it was huge. And we were kind of nervous for him.
Yeah, but he was good.
PF Bricks Lego. He's a cool guy. And TMX Brick Notes.
Martin.
Old school from Philly Brickfest. Here are Kennard, Crafty AFall, and Galen Builds. And here's a photo with Equinox Blocks. So this is what we got from our 2 Brickworld goodie bags. We have a couple of sets. Cotton Candy, Sand, and Scooter. And Twirling Ariel. So this one's cool. We get Leanne and Jamila. And then I don't have one of these carousel things yet. A couple of Bricklink stickers. These are nice, the pins, the Brickworld pins. A couple of these hooded guys. Some elements. We got the leaf pieces and this trans dark blue 2x2 piece. These are wheels. I wasn't sure what these are, but they're wheels. I guess you can just have them sideways like that. And then this is what I got from the free bricks from Bricks and Minifigs. I just got a bunch of plates and a bunch of just solid bricks. 2x4s, 2x10, I guess. And so these will be good just for filler brick. So they're nice. Gotta wash these when we get home. And then we got some extra lanyards for some reason. I don't know why, because here are the regular lanyards. This one is the brick zapper, full of brick. And then, I'm not sure where mine is. And then here is the booklet. So this is nice too. Brickworld, Braving the Elements. And so inside the booklet, some codes of conduct. These are the different brickles, which are kind of like awards. And then the Gullick. This one here, well, we have the film festival. But here are all the winners from last year. So these are all the mocks that won last year, which is cool to have this all together. I'm not even sure if last year's booklet had the mocks. I don't remember.